Yeah. So today is a workshop actually, guys. This is going to be a free workshop. Our main agenda for the today's class is basically to make all of you to understand. Some people may have so you maybe have attended this particular session. So maybe your idea is to your plan is to become an expert and you want to learn. And some people may be having some idea like let us see what is data science. So whatever may be the reason, you maybe have been joined for the today's session. So actually our main agenda for the today's class is going to be, so just to give some awareness about like what is data science, what are the things we have to learn. So whether you learn from our DURGASOFT or some other X or some other Y does not matter. So just to give an idea, so like I just want to create some kind of an awareness, like which is going to be what is data science, what generally we learn in the data science, and what are the implementations we are going to be doing. So all these we are going to be gets working about that. Okay. So just let me introduce myself, guys. So this is Vamshi Krishna here. So Vamshi Krishna Guttula. So my experience is going to be a little bit high, which is going to be almost all I'm having some around 18 plus years of experience. So on various domains and various technologies and various companies I have been got work. So different areas I have been got worked actually. But my complete specialization is going to be about the data itself. My complete specialization is going to be about the data itself. So I worked on database systems, I worked for big data systems. Okay, from the last 5 years I was working as part of this almost 5 years plus years of experience on the data science actually. So as of now I'm working for a company called as an Optum, which is going to be one of the part of UHG, United Health Group. So I'm working in the Optum, which is going to be the technology support for the Optum technology we are going to be, I'm working. So which is going to be the technology for, so which is going to be the technology support for, which is basically for that particular, the UHG. That is what currently my current role and my current experience, guys. Okay. So that is all about myself. That is going to be all about myself actually. Okay. So actually, yeah. So actually this course is going to be nothing but we are going to call it as an, because nowadays everywhere we are hearing about, which is going to be wherever you go. So you are saying that it is full stack. So we are talking about something called as a full stack. What we are talking about, full stack Java, full stack Python, full stack UI, everything we are going to be working as a full stack. Why? Because the basic reason here is the companies are looking for. So what is basically the full stack? Full stack means from end to end, whatever that means. At any, whenever we are working with some kind of a technology, like if you are working in Java, or if you are working with Python, or if you're working with UI. So it is not like I was expert only in this particular area or only in this particular area. So whenever we are working in a UI project, so whenever you have been given the work at any level, or which is going to be at any level, or which is going to be at any flow, so you should be in a position to work with them. So all the tools, that means whenever we want to implement full stack, so whenever I want to implement a complete project, so it may be a complete project of that. So you should be having some idea about everything, every concept and every technology, every technique we have to be learning about that. So our course is also going to be, which is going to be a full stack data science actually. So it is going to be a full stack data science. Why? Because the companies are also looking for the people, for the guys who are having some experts in the full stack actually. So who are being experts in the full stack. So our course is also going to be a full stack data science actually. So first of all, I'll let you know about that. So just it's an 1 hour session actually, I guess 1 hour, it may be hardly 1 hour will be there. 45 minutes I'll take the session, and 15 minutes I'll take some questions. 10 to 15 minutes, just because so many people having a little bit different idea or different doubts they will have it. So to clarify their particular questions, so I will be taking some 5 to 10 minutes, I'll take up the questions. So remaining 45 to 50 minutes, I'll be giving some the discussion about it's a general discussion only actually, guys. Okay. Yeah, it's workshop is for 1 day actually, guys. This is going to be the workshop is for 1 day, and I'll tell you which is going to be, I'll tell you about that. Okay, fine. It's a 1 hour workshop actually. Fine. So yeah. So let us come to the discussion, guys. So which is going to be what is data science actually? So many people's talking about that, because nowadays, as part of the market, as part of the requirements, everywhere we are going to be gets working on this particular like we can see the terms like artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, NLP. These are going to be so many technologies are coming. So many people will have a different opinions about that. So some people who are having some knowledge about that, who are going to be the tech guys, they will be knowing about that because they will see and they will be having some idea about that. Okay. So mainly, guys, as part of the data science, let me tell you about what is data science actually. So anyhow, 1 hour session is not sufficient. Actually, I'll tell you. So if you want to get a complete idea about data science, what you have to do it actually. So mainly we are going to be having 3 core main areas actually, guys. In data science, mainly we are going to be having 3 main core areas. One is going to be AI, which is going to be what we call it as an artificial intelligence. And the next one is going to be, we are having ML, which is going to be what we call it as a machine learning. And the other one is going to be nothing but it's a DL, which is going to be deep learning applications. So AI, ML, and DL, all these are going to be makes up this particular data science actually. So what are the definitions, technical definitions that we see it in our the actual whatever the training program we are going to be gets conducting. But as of now, I'm going to be just giving some idea. So what are the simple to take? It is not a technical discussion. In the simplest way to understand, we'll be discussing about this particular application in easy terminologies so that anybody can understand that. If I talk about technical terminologies, so you may not understand those particular concepts. So in an easy way to understand, I'm going to be explaining this particular applications. Okay. So anyhow, AI, DL, ML, there are multiple technologies are there. So because our complete concentration is on, so anyhow, whether you want to learn AI, ML, DL, whatever you want. So our main important topic is going to be ML actually, yes. Your ML is going to be the main important concept. So actually ML is also part of your AI and we'll discuss about them. So ML is going to be one of the core area which we have to learn first. After that only we can go to DL, we can go to the AI. Without learning ML, we can't go for the DLs and AIs, we cannot go for them actually. So that's why our today's discussion is going to be like, I just give an idea about what is going to be ML, what is DL, just an ideas, just how we are going to be gets working with that. Okay. So let us start with some introduction part to the machine learning. So no presentations, guys. I'm not going to be using any presentations. Presentations are basically for corporate level trainings. But you guys are going to be like you're looking for a job or you're looking for a job change or something like a domain change you're looking for. So practical is going to be more important than what the theoretical concept is going to be there. Corporate level trainings will be having the theory concept. We'll run the PPTs and we are going to be just give the code and they will learn from the code actually. We generally the corporate levels trainings, what they will do it actually. But here it is completely hands-on actually, I guess. No PPTs will be used. Everything is going to be live session only, which we are going to be practicing, working on them actually. Okay. Does not matter. Let us come to the discussion. Okay. So what is going to be ML, which is going to be what we can call it? Because machine learning a little bit easy to understand it actually, guys. It is going to be easy to understand it actually, which is going to be machine learning. With a short period of time, we can make you understand what is going to be machine learning. Once if we can understand what is machine learning, understanding what is going to be deep learning is also a very easy actually. I'll give an idea. So may not be complete ideas may not come, but at least we'll be giving some idea about that. So simply to say, what do you mean to say machine learning? Let me give a small example, which a common example, which most of the these machine learning experts are going to be doing it actually, guys. So let us take an example of a bank. Let us take an example of a bank actually. In a banking, let us say the loans department will take it actually. In a banking application, let us take a loans department. So what are the main activities of the loans department actually? So customers applies a loan and we have to give the loans actually. The loans has to be, they have to verify their profiles and the loans are going to be approved. So the main task is not only to verify the customer profile and approval of the loan, whether the loans are going to be getting repaid or not. After giving the loans, whether the loans are getting repaid or not, we have to verify them actually. There is a separate team will be there. So what they will do is the one team is going to be responsible for giving the loans. One team is going to be responsible for whether to verify whether they are repaying the loans correctly or not on prompt, whether they're paying the EMS promptly or not. So as you know that the people who are not paying promptly, they put it into a category called as a defaulters category. And who has been paying the EMS promptly, they are the non-defaulters actually. They are the non-defaulters. So I'll be using this pen tablet actually, guys. Everything it's like and looks like a classroom only. So I'm going to be using a whiteboard software. I'm going to be using. Actually, I'm using the OneNote. Actually, we used to use one software called as an whiteboard actually. But nowadays Microsoft has updated it and it is becoming a little bit complicated to handle it actually. So there is a software called as an whiteboard. Previously we used to use that, but now it has been become a complicated. So we moved to this particular OneNote document actually. Okay. So looks like everything. I'm going to be using a pen tablet. I'm not using any mouse or something like that. It's an handwritten. A pen will be there, a digital pen I'm going to be using, and a tablet will be there with me. Okay, so defaulters and non-defaulters. Let us say that, so over the time period, from the last 5 years, the last 10 years, they have been verified. So these defaulters are contributing almost all around some 30 to 20% of the loan customers. That means if I'm giving the loan for 100 customers, 70% of them or 70 to 80%, they are paying the EMS promptly only. They are paying the EMS promptly. But the other 20 to 30% of the guys, so the people, the customers, they have been not paying the EMS promptly. So what the bank want to do, they want to minimize them. They don't want to make it zero. Their main target is to nothing but it is to minimize the defaulters. So at least if 20% will become 10% at least, so half of the particular profit, they are going to be, their losses are going, half of the losses are going to be, they can avoid that particular half of the losses actually. At least the banks does not says that we want to have zero defaulters everywhere in a financial sector. Obviously there will be defaulters will be there in finance sectors, compulsory guys, defaulters will be there. If you talk about something like insurance policies, fraud claims will be there actually. So identifying that kind of a fraud claims. So if insurance companies does not identify the fraud claims, so many fraud claims will come. So that means that, as you know, the fraud claim means they will there are going to be, what they are going to be using here is, without using that particular services, they are going to claim that they have been services and they will get the amount actually. So that kind of an fraud claims identification, mainly in finance sectors, compulsory, where the money is involved, there will be some kind of an defaulters. There will be some defaulters will be there. Okay. So I want to minimize these particular defaulters. At least if from 30%, if I make it 20% or 15%, 10%, that will be very useful for the company. So which is going to be, it is going to be minimized as the loss actually. So that is what they want to do that. But the main problem here is, after when do you come to know that he is a defaulter? So a customer has taken a 5 years loan. He has taken a 5 years loan. So today the loan has been, we have been approved the loan. The amount has been disbursed. Immediately on the second day itself, we cannot find out whether he was a defaulter or not. Maybe he will pay the EMS for 2 years. And after paying the 2 years of EMS promptly, he has stopped paying the EMS actually. Then we are going to put him into a category of defaulters. That means after 2 years, we are going to come to know that he will be a defaulter. He is a defaulter actually. Then what the banks has thought is, why don't you predict them? That means, is there any chance? Is there any chance is there? Can you guess or can you predict anybody? So whenever we are giving a loan, is there any chance that, can you predict that in the future he would become a defaulter actually? That is what the banks has been thought about that. So this problem has been given to that particular business people, the business users, and they have been came up with a solution. Already we have the past customers data. So we already have the past customers data. We already have the past customers data and we already know their status. We already have their information, like what is their ages, what are their salaries, how much loan amount they have been taken, for what purpose they have been taken the loan, and how much duration is going to be the loan, something like that. What is going to be duration, etc., etc., and what is the status. So these are all my past customers data from the last 5 years or 10 years or 20 years. We have the data. So we have their data actually. So we know them, who is a defaulter and who is a non-defaulter actually. So we already have their status, defaulters and non-defaulters. So the business users has been taught that. So whenever we analyze this data or whenever we try to understand this data, what is going to happen? You will find some kind of an information. So nowadays, data is going to be very informative. Previously, some years before, there was no importance for the data. They said that don't store the data, store only the data which we require for our business operations. But over the time period, the business size has been increased, the data size has been got increased. So then the people thought that, why don't you store the data? Every data nowadays, everything is getting stored actually. Whether it is necessary or unnecessary in the future, they are storing it actually. Because storage has become very cheaper nowadays. Some years before, the storage is very costlier. So whenever they want to store the data, so the people used to think about that, like how much it is going to be costing in the future. But nowadays data has storage become very, very cheaper. So now we have got a lot of cloud storages, even normal storages also has been become very cheaper, as you know that. So how much is a hard disk costed some years before, and now how much is going to be the hard disk is costing. So how about the pen drives? So pen drives, how much it is going to be costlier earlier, now how much it is going to be costlier today now. So within just a 16 GB, even our mobiles are coming with 64 GB, 128 GB of storages are coming actually. Became very cheaper actually. Storage becoming very cheaper. So nowadays, actually, we know that we are living in the age of data age actually. It's a data era actually, guys. So why? Because everything is going to be driven by data itself. Everything is driven by the data actually. So what ads we have to get in the YouTube, or what ads we have to send it to the customers in the Facebook, everything is going to be based on the data analytics. Store everything, store everything. Like for example, like in e-commerce sites, for example, in e-commerce sites. So generally, what is the data they used to store actually? Normally we'll think that normally earlier days, they used to store only the data whenever we place some orders, only the orders data only we used to store it actually, orders. Whenever a customer places an order in the e-commerce site, only that information was stored. Now it is not like that. Whenever we browse the items in e-commerce site, just don't do any orders, don't place any orders. Just browse the items in the e-commerce sites. All that information is going to be get stored actually. Because you're looking for some particular product, maybe you don't buy it now, but in the future there is a chance is there. So recommendations will be given for us. For example, you're looking for a mobile. So I have been looking for a mobile, but I didn't purchase it actually. So I'll store that particular information. I'll do some analytics. So I'll find out like he is looking for this particular mobile, but he has been not purchased. Maybe after 2 or 3 months of time, a new mobile, that means a new model has been released. Immediately I can send the notifications saying that so-and-so mobile has been got released. So it is a completely, the ad campaigns, everything has been got changed. It's completely based on your past history. That means based on your previous browsing, the ads and all these things are going to be gets coming. The recommendation systems will come actually. So that's why even we are storing, just imagine that whenever we browse the items, if it is storing the data, every day how much items we are going to be browsing on the internet and that on the e-commerce sites, how much data is going to be get stored. So it is going to be storing a lot of data. As I told you, it is nowadays data storage is not a big problem. Data processing is a problem actually. Data storage is not a big problem at all. Even data processing also has been became very faster due to some kind of a big data systems, clusters we have been got it actually, parallel processing machines has been came. So many technology also has been got completely changed. But now the costlier is data processing is more costlier than the data storage. So storing the data of some around 1 TB of data is more cheaper than processing the data. For processing, we require a lot of things actually. Okay, let us come to the discussion. So let us understand the past customers data. So we have some defaulters and non-defaulters. If you analyze this data, maybe we are going to be getting some story. Data is nowadays, data is going to be giving some story. That's why we are going to call this skill also as a storytelling skills actually. Storytelling skills means what is the story, what the data is giving. Earlier, some years before, even the people has thought that data is going to be only for business transactions. But after that, experts has been find out that so data is going to be a very powerful resource for us. So anything you can based on that particular, every data is going to be telling some story to us, some story behind them, some story it is going to tell you about that. So why don't you analyze the past customers data and we know who are the defaulters and non-defaulters, we will get some kind of an insight, some understanding will be there. Like these type of customers are becoming mostly for the defaulters. In the defaulters, let us say that in the defaulters, 80% of the customers are going to be 80% of the customers are going to be the age between, let us say, some around 32 to 36 actually. Their salaries are going to be less than, let us say, 30K. And whenever they have taken the loan amounts more than which is going to be 5 lakhs, and the duration is going to be less than, for example, less than 3 years, something like that, some story will be coming for us actually. So every data will give you some story. Every data is going to give you some story. So if you can get some that particular story from that particular data using this, so past customers data have been analyzed. So age which is going to be 32 to 36, salary is less than 30K, learning the loan amount is going to be more than which is going to be, the loan amount is going to be more than 5 lakhs, the duration is going to be less than 3 years. 80% of the defaulters are coming in this particular category. Now, whenever a new customer comes and applies a loan saying that his age is going to be 33 years, his salary is going to be 25K, loan amount is going to be, let us say, 6 lakhs, and something like for purpose is going to be buying a new car, and something like a duration is going to be, let us say, some around 24 months. So easily we can expect that I can't say 100% he is a defaulter, 80% chances that he is going to be a defaulter actually. 80% chances that he is going to be a defaulter actually, because I studied the past customers data actually. But the main problem here is in real applications, the data is going to be not that much simple like age, salary, amount, purpose, and the duration. There are so many factors will be there. So much columns are going to be there. So many variables we are going to be having. Even we'll be having some information like from how many years he is working in a company actually. His employment length actually we call it as. We call him as an employment length actually. What is an employment length? Okay. And second thing is from how many years he was staying in a house. What type of house he was staying actually. Whether he is having any children or not. So something like that, whether he is having any four-wheeler, so whether he is having any car or not. So something like that, every information, even his spouse is working or not working. So something like that, there are so many factors will be there. So many factors will be there. So analyzing all this particular data is mainly manually we used to do that. Obviously, manually when you do that, it is going to be the main problem is time consumption. Let us say that this says that it will take 1 year to complete of all these particular analytics. So during the 1 year itself, so they are giving a lot of loans actually. So which is going to be contributing a lot of losses to the companies. So why can't you complete within just a 1 month or 2 months of time? Manually, it is not possible because there are so many factors, so many variables, and so many expertise has to be gets working on them actually. Generally, statisticians used to do this kind of an analytics, statisticians. So those particular statisticians, you know what is statistics actually? It is going to be one of the core area of the mathematics, applied mathematics actually. It is going to be in applied mathematics where all that analytics, analysis, and all these things will be done. And one more thing is going to be not that much accurate also. It is going to be not that much accurate also. It is 80% accurate, 60% accurate, 70% accurate. So there we have been using, that means wherever we are doing the analytics manually by ourselves, and where it is taking a lot of time to understand that particular data due to a higher variables. Basically, we are going to call it as an higher dimensional data actually. Each column is a one dimension, we can say that actually. So like, because we know that. So whenever we represent, normally we represent a two-dimensional space actually. This is the age and this is going to be salary. But I don't have only two dimensions. We have so many things are there. Amount is there, loan duration is going to be there. So how many years he was staying in the house? Okay, how many years he was working in a company? So many dimensions are there. So basically the problem here is that data is going to be higher dimensions. It is going to be higher dimensions. The data is going to be higher dimensions of data is there. So there the humans, that means the statisticians and mathematicians, are unable to apply their particular theories and their models on this particular higher dimensions data actually. So there we are going to be rescued by these particular machines. So what is machine learning? So we don't learn anything from the machine actually, guys. Machine learning, machines are going to learn. Absolutely. Here there's one doubt arises. Can you, yes, Vamshi, can machines can learn? Absolutely. Even initially also, these experts has been taught. So really will the machines will learn? And this was started, actually the machine learning we are hearing from the last 6 to 7 years of time, maybe hardly after 2015 we are hearing about that. Before that we never heard that term. Maybe the machine learning, the term almost some around 2015 2016 we started hearing about that. Then before that, is the machine learning was not there? Yes, absolutely it was there. Machine learning has been started its research in the year around some 1959, around some 1960s only it was started actually. But up to this particular 2015, it was not we don't have any success stories for this particular machine learnings actually. Why that also has been happened, I'll tell you. It is due to the computing power of the system. Because machines requires a lot of computations are going to be required, because I told you, higher dimensions data. At the time, the machines are not that much highly computable. So computational power is very less actually. We know that initially the computers are developed only to perform some mathematical additions, subtraction, multiplication, and divisions only. But at that time, we don't have that much. Yeah, because of the computational power actually. That is the speed and the power of that particular one. Isn't it? So nowadays computers has been become very it's very faster and highly computational due to the cloud computing with the introduction of GPUs, TPUs. We have a lot of hardware accelerators also will be available. The hardware has been improved, as well as even that particular whatever the softwares and all these things also has been became very faster. It has been became actually. It started in 1959, but up to 2010, after 2010 only, guys, actually the main success and the main implementation has been got started actually. And we started hearing around some 2015 2016 we started hearing about this machine learning. So what the machines are saying is very simple technique, guys. What the machines are learning here is, instead of you analyze the data, give the data to us. You please give the data to us. That's it. You please give the data to us. So what the machines are saying here is, whatever the data you are having, so that data was given to a machine actually. So machines started learning from the data actually. Machines are saying that we will learn the data. We are going to understand the data. Whatever we understood, we are going to give you as some kind of an insights we are going to be giving actually. So this basically the knowledge, whatever we understood is what we call it as insights. We use a term called as an insights actually, guys. What are the insights from this? That means what do you understood from here, or whatever the takeaway insights are going to be there. So it is going to be what we can call it as insights. So data was given to the machine. Machine is going to be giving some insights. Based on that particular insights, we can do some prediction. So give all the customers data to the machine actually, guys. Give all the customers data, the past customers data to the machine. Machine is going to learn the data. Machine is going to learn from the data, and it is going to give you some kind of an insights will be there. Now, as I told you, these are the insights. These are the customers who are the defaulters. If the salary is going to be less than this, he is a defaulter. If salary is more than this, he is a non-defaulter, something like that. And that can be used for prediction purpose. So in future, who could be the defaulters, who could be the non-defaulters? The machines are going to predict. So nowadays, whenever the customer applies a loan, when the customer applies for a loan, so the customer is going to fill up the application form or something. He's going to submit his details. All these details is going to be given to the machine. Machine already having some insights. Already past customers' data has been analyzed. Based on that, the machines will decide to whom the loan should be given and to whom the loan should not be given actually. So now the machines are deciding actually, guys. Your computers are deciding actually. They will feed all the data. So today, some 100 customers has been applied a loan. At the end of the day, all these customers' data will be given to the machine. machines will redirect saying that these people are having some characteristics of defaulters, so don't give the loan. Loan is not approved. Or for them, the loan is going to be gets approved. The machines are going to be deciding nowadays. So what is the reason also they can tell you this particular the person's salary is going to be less than this, and it is going to be his expenses are more than this. So that is the reason don't give that particular loan also. So obviously there is a CIBIL score is there. Apart from CIBIL score, even the CIBIL score also will be considers all these things actually. So and how much loans you have been got taken, whether you have repaid your loan promptly or not. So all these things, whether you are taking a frequent loans or not. So all these will be gets considered actually. So simple to say that a machine learning is all about a predictive analysis actually, guys. It's a predictive analysis. It can predict the future based on the what has been happened on the past. For example, if anybody asks us, so today, can you tell me whether it is going to be today, whether it will be rain, whether it will rain or not, whether rain will be yes or rain will be no. Nowadays, these particular rains are unpredictable. So even I don't know how many of you are from Hyderabad. So in Hyderabad also, as of now, so previously they used to say that in Bengaluru, so this particular rains are going to be unpredictable. But even in Hyderabad also, from the recent days, it has been become unpredictable actually. Suddenly, morning it was too hot, and suddenly by around some 2 p.m., 3 p.m., it was suddenly getting rain actually. But just an assumption you are talking. So today, whether it will rain or not. So if anybody asks us, so can you tell me whether today it will rain or not? First, we are going to be think about yesterday what has been happened from last 10 days, from the last 10 days, how the rains was there actually. So let us say that last 10 days, every day it was raining. So 90% chances that today also at some particular point of time, it is going to rain actually. So Google weather will predict something saying that today there could be rain. Tomorrow there will be heavy rains are going to be there. So it's a kind of a prediction what they are doing it actually, guys. So predictive analysis is going to be the advantage what we are using from machine learning actually, guys. But don't expect that, sir, if a data was given to the machine and machine is giving the insights and the insights are going to be used for prediction, then what is a work actually? What is our work here now? So don't think that directly it will be given to the machine. Actually, there is a machine learning expert will be there. So which data should be given to the machine? Which data should not be given to the machine? That is decided by an ML expert we are going to be using it actually. Actually, in between them only, there is an ML expert will be there. So this technique is what we are going to call it as a very, very important, there is an important technique, which is going to be what we can call it as a feature selection and what we are going to call it as a feature extractions actually. This is a very, very one of the important technique which a machine learning expert has to know about that. That is what we can call it as. Just if you want to understand them, you can search in the internet actually, guys, just for a timing, which is going to be what we are going to call it as. So whenever you use my browser, that means my history is going to be all about data science because 24 hours I work on this data science concepts only. So once if I said feature, which is going to be the feature in audio files, what are going to be the feature selection technique in machine learning? So as I said that it is going to be feature selection versus which is going to be feature extraction. So what is feature selection? So features are nothing but the columns actually, guys, the columns. Which columns we have to select? So if you want to predict whether the person is a defaulter or not, what factors it depends on that? Will it depends on the age? Will it depends on his salary? Will it depends on his amount of loan? Or whether it is going to be depending on the duration? On what factors it decides? So what factors it is going to decide? That is what we are going to call it as feature selection actually. So you can see that feature selection on the other hand is a machine learning technique applied on these particular features actually. Feature extractions are nothing but we are generating some kind of a new features and all these things we have to generate it actually. So we can see text or images. From images we have to get the features. How to get that particular numbers. All these are going to be something what we are going to be calling it as actually. So there are a lot of online platforms are there which is going to be guides you regarding to this particular application. I'll tell you. So one of the very popular one which we are going to be using is Kaggle. So Kaggle is going to be one of an online platform basically for completely for data science people actually. So we have a lot of projects, we have a lot of data, we have a lot of learnings. So many things are going to be there as from the particular Kaggle actually. Even there are going to be some kind of a learning, there are going to be some kind of an, the learning journeys are also going to be there in the Kaggle actually. You can just open the Kaggle and you can verify them. A dedicated completely for which is going to be this one actually. So kaggle.com, just you can join with your just with your Google account and we can connect with them actually. So these are going to be different competitions are going on. We are going to write some data sets will be there, some coding is going to be there. We are going to be having some learnings are also there. So this is going to be what I can say that, which is going to be feature engineering, feature extractions, all these things, what we can see them. So these are going to be some of the learnings what we can do. It's a free courses actually. So if you want to learn about deep learning, so we can learn about the deep learning actually, introduction to deep learning. So just there are going to be some short videos are there from Google. We have it actually. A lot of learnings are going to be there. So which is going to be all these particular applications actually. So all these are going to be some of the terminologies what we are going to be get uses. Complete terminologies are different from your normal programming languages. The terminologies are going to be different actually. So an ML expert is going to be, what he is going to do is, first of all, he will take the data. He don't analyzes the data, but at least he has to understand some data. So how the defaulters are predicted, whether it depends on the age, whether it depends on some the amount of the amount of loan he has been taken. So many factors are going to be there. They are nothing but what we call it as features. So identifying that particular features and all these things is basically, it is going to be done by this particular machine learning expert. And here all of them are going to be techniques only, guys. We are not using any technologies here now. We are going to be using all about the techniques what we are going to be gets using them actually. All these are techniques only. What is a feature engineering? It's a technique. What is a feature selection? It is a technique. Machine learning, it is also technique actually. Even machine learning is also technique. The techniques which we are going to use to get some insights from that particular data. Even if you see the definition of a data science also, even if you use a definition of a data science also, it is going to be nothing but we call it as a collection of some techniques to get some insights from the data actually. All are about some techniques only. There are different types of techniques will be there. Like for example, if I want to do some feature selection, there are some statistical techniques will be there. Using the statistical techniques, we can identify which features are going to be the better, which features are not going to be the better. So we'll identify. So as part of any data science course actually, guys, machine learning is more important. Which is going to occupy almost all, around 60% of the topic is going to be machine learning only. And that means whatever we are going to learn it actually, guys. Machines will learn, but how they have to learn, there are going to be some instructions from our side. Instruction means we don't write any code actually, guys. There are going to be some statistical and mathematical machine learning algorithms are there, or you can say statistics and machine and mathematical based statistics, and which is going to be some kind of a mathematical based some algorithms are going to be there. Generally we are going to call them as a machine learning algorithms actually, guys. They are called as machine learning algorithms. All these machine learning algorithms are completely based on statistics, or it may be maths. It may be either based on the mathematical concept or based on some statistical concept they will work. So our main expertise should be how these machine learning algorithms will work. And my main expertise is going to be all about this machine learning algorithms. And I just forgot to tell you about that. I was certified from IIIT Hyderabad. So you maybe heard about that course which is offered by IIIT Hyderabad, one of the top 10, one of the top 10 training program on AI and machine learning actually, guys. So basically on the AI, IIIT Hyderabad is providing one of a course, the different courses, not one of the course actually, multiple courses that are providing actually. So it is going to be like an certified programs. It is not for 2 years, 3 years, but it is going to be there are multiple programs are there. I have done one advanced certified program from IIIT Hyderabad. So which is on AI and DL, that is AI and ML program what I have been gotten actually. So here my expertise is all about this particular machine learning algorithms. So completely explaining how the algorithms are working. So many people will learn saying that this is decision tree, apply the decision tree. So understanding applying a decision tree is very easy. You can apply them, but how it is working, we have to understand them. What is the mathematics it is going to be behind them? Like for example, there are so many algorithms are there. The names are going to be something different from you, different for you, which is going to be what we call it as decision trees. We are going to be gets what we are going to call it as an what we can call it as k nearest neighbors. We are having so many things are going to be there. Like we are having something called as an a logistic regression is there. These are all going to be the algorithms which we are going to be learning actually, guys. We learn all these algorithms practically, implementation, understanding how to control them. All these things we have been got discussing. So recently, I have been covered it. I have been completed the decision tree for the evening 6 p.m. batch. Almost all it is taken around 2 weeks of time. Why? Because is the first algorithm they are learning. So 2 weeks of time is only for one algorithm. Remaining time they don't take that much time because we understood the concepts. We know how to implement them. So only thing is what is an algorithm, how it will work. If you know that, that is going to be sufficient for us. But understanding that particular algorithm, what is the math behind them, all of them I'm going to be discussing with a clear practical applications will be there. So I can just show you some of the examples I can show you here. So I'm going to be using, which is going to be a Jupyter, the what I can say that a Jupyter notebooks, what we are going to use is actually a Jupyter notebooks, what we are going to be using actually. So completely this particular Jupyter notebooks is basically mainly to write some code actually, guys. Write some Python code, right? You can write some different codes, what we can write it actually. So these are going to be every day-to-day class like this we'll be getting actually at 6 p.m., 7 a.m., 9 a.m. like this. We are going to be getting this particular day-to-day. Every day we are going to be having. So lot of examples are there. Lot of practical examples will be there. Every example is going to be the practicality is going to be done. Just I just want to show you some example, otherwise not a big problem at all. So recently it's going to be recently I have been got done just an idea how I have been got done that particular applications actually. I don't bother whatever it is going to be there. So you can see here now. So which is going to be, see guys, it is going to be a simple example. So see a decision tree, why the decision tree name has been came. So if you can observe carefully, the machine learned from the data and it is giving some kind of an insights, like something like you can easily learn it. You can easily understand it. If weight is less than or equals to 138, there are oranges. So I've given some data, some oranges and apples data have been given. I have given their weights and I have given their specificities, they're given the colors. So machine understood the data and giving some ideas. If the weight is less than 138, there are going to be oranges. If the weight is more than 138, I can't say. So weight is less than 147. If your answer is yes, come here. If your answer is no, go here. This is actually given by the machine actually, guys. I didn't written any logic for that. If you see the code, it looks like I'm writing some code. Yes, I'm writing some code, but I'm not writing any logic here now. Just simply, this is going to be the code which will write it for machine learning actually, guys. You don't believe. So many people, before coming to the machine learning, they think that we have to write off lot of code. This 3 lines, 4 lines of code is going to be nothing but your machine learning code actually. That's it. That is going to be your machine learning code. We don't write any code here now. That means we don't write any functional code. We don't write any logics. There are already some functions will be there. We have to just call the function. Everything is calling a function only, guys. This is going to be calling a function. Train underscore test underscore split. It's a function. Read underscore Excel. It is a function. This is going to be, you can see clf.fit. It is going to be a function actually. Decision trees, which is going to be a function. Actually, they're not functions. They're actually classes, functions. We have it actually, no worries. So you can see how simple it has been. This tree was built by the machine. I didn't written any code for this. This is a line of code what I have written. Just I want to plot the figure, whatever the feature names, what are the class names. That's it. This is the tree what the machine has been built actually, guys. So how many apples correctly identified as an apples? Prediction. How many it has been predicted correctly? How many predictions has been done wrong? That is what I'm going to be doing this actually. See, a beautiful graphics and all these things are going to be gets coming actually. So all is the different skills we require it actually, guys. It's nothing but a plot where we can see height and which is going to be the weight of the people. All the blue colors are for males and all the orange colors are going to be for females actually. It's a data visualization skill. It is a data visualization technique, what we can say that actually. As I told you, what is a full stack data science course? Simply if you learn machine learning, that is not sufficient. So to apply a complete data science project, so what are the techniques which we require? So I require some data visualization skills, data analytics skills we require, a data collection skills are required, data cleansing skills are required. I'll tell you the ideas about how we are going to be gets working. We'll have a look into that applications. So machine learning is going to be all about just about a predictive analysis. So give the past customers data, not only past customers data, you can talk about lot of examples actually. Like for example, we are having the patient's data is there. The patient's clinical data is going to be there. The patient's clinical data is there. So the patient's clinical data, based on that, what is going to be the diagnosis, the medical diagnosis actually. Generally in diagnosis, we'll call it as negative and positives actually. So these are the clinical data of positive patients, and these are the which is going to be for the negative patients actually. So give the data to the machine. Machine will study the data, and in the whatever it understands, in based on that, in future who is going to be. That means based on the clinical data, the machine will identify whether it is a positive, whether it is going to be negative. So which is going to be the heart diseases, which is going to be heart attacks predictions. Okay, some kind of a stroke predictions are going to be there. So many things are going to be there in future. Who is going to chances that who is going to get a heart attacks? So in future, who are going to be getting the strokes actually? So something like that, or who are going to be having chances of getting a diabetics? So depending on that, so we are going to be doing some kind of a predictions. Even our insurance companies are also maintaining some kind of an, in India, we don't have it actually, guys. But in the countries like US, so we are going to be having something like the health plans are going to be there actually. So insurance company is not only, they are not only nowadays responsible that we'll just only use the medical facilities, we are going to pay them. Even nowadays also they are taking care about them. They're spending a lot of money because in the future, for example, the person is going to be having a chances of getting diabetic. So maybe in the future is going to be having some health issues. The insurance company has to pay a lot of money for them. Instead of that one, nowadays itself they're giving the recommendation. So you are going to be sent into this particular diabetic care plan. So in this plan, you have to follow these particular instructions. So like that, they're also having some kind of an, the healthcare plans are also going to be there actually. Even insurance companies are coming with them. As of now in India, we don't have it. But in US and all the countries, they're having the health plan. Health plans are also going to be provided by those particular. Even my company Optum is also going to be having the healthcare is going to be there actually, which is going to be the health benefits cares or something like that. They're maintaining it actually. So something like that, we can do some kind of an predictions actually, guys. The best example I can say that the best example I can say, you will get the emails. You will get the emails actually, guys. So these emails are categorized into which is going to be something like the spam. Either it can be spam or it can be some kind of a non-spam. Non-spam messages are what we call it as ham messages. So ham messages are nothing but they will come to the inbox, whereas the spam messages will go to the spam box. That is a best example of a machine learning models. Nobody sitting there. Nobody sitting there. So identifying that this is a spam, this is a non-spam, not like this actually. It is completely like something like there is a machine learning models are there, which will predict, which will already learn about these are the spam, these are the non-spam. So whenever a new incoming mail will come, immediately it will predict that it is a spam. Go to the spam folder. If it label it as a non-spam, it will go to your inbox actually. So classification of emails, like whether it is a spam or a ham, is a best example of machine learning. So many examples we are going to be having it actually, guys. So many. If we want, we can talk about lot of examples. We can talk about them. Okay. So as a part of our full stack data science course, we are going to be learning about this machine learning. Not only machine learning, there are some other things are also going to be there. But if you want to learn this machine learning, deep learning, some language I have to use. So that language is going to be nothing but we are going to be learning Python. We are going to be using Python, as well as we are also using a language called as an R also. We also have an introduction to R language also, guys. So just even if you are not aware about, I'm just showing you actually, guys. Just I'm going to be showing you just an R environment also I'm going to be showing you, because in morning 9 a.m. currently this particular R discussion is going on actually. So we have to learn some language. It may be a Python or it may be an R. So it does not mean that you have to join for the Python classes actually. So you need not to be a Python expert for this actually, guys. You need not to be a Python expert for that. Some basics of Python, if you know, that is sufficient, because our main target is to learn about machine learning, deep learning. So for machine learning and deep learning and data science related concepts, how much extent of Python is required, those topics I am going to be discussing in the class. That will be around some 2 weeks of time. Hardly there is going to be 2 weeks. You will be having some introduction to Python and the core concepts of Python. And after that, we are going to be having some prerequisites of the machine learning actually, guys. Like we are going to be using some libraries like NumPy, and we are going to be using pandas and some kind of a data visualization actually, guys. In data visualization, we use something called as a matplotlib, etc. We are going to be using. So those topics we are going to be covering first of all, guys. That will take another 1 month of time. That will take another 1 month of time. So almost all it is going to be 1.5 months. We are going to be learning all the prerequisites of machine learning. And then actually after 1.5 months, it is going to be starts with the machine learning actually, guys. After machine learning, we are going to be going into deep learning. What is deep learning? I'm not discussing about that. That is our main important concepts actually, guys. After that, we are having some other additional things are there. So we are going to be learning about how to apply the machine learning by using some kind of an Azure related application, cloud-based applications actually, guys. By using some cloud, based on the cloud, how to apply the ML applications. So we are going to be using something like a Microsoft Azure and all these things we are going to be using. So these are some additional topics which you have to explore a little bit more about them. And even as I told you, I'm going to initially all of them are implemented by using Python only. And later I'm going to be using some languages like R. So that also we have to explore. And we are also going to be having some just a little bit idea about the tools like which is going to be Power BI, and some ideas about something like a big data systems like Spark. All these are going to be included as part of our, which is going to be our full stack data science course. And along with that NLP also actually, guys. Text analysis and all these things we are going to be doing with the help of the NLPs. So mainly our main concentration is on 3 topics actually, guys. ML, DL and NLP. We are going to spend the maximum time on this. Remaining are going to be just 2 days, 3 days. Cloud ML is going to be 2 days. R is going to be for 1 week. Power BI is for 2 to 3 days. Spark is also for 2 to 3 days we are working. These are all additional things actually, guys. They are not going to be mandatory things. Just it is a skills which we have to have some idea about that. But our main topics are going to be nothing but our ML, which is going to be the machine learning. And we are going to be having the deep learning is going to be our main important topics actually. Plus, along with that, NLP is also going to be one of the topic actually, guys. So quickly, guys, I just want to show you like how our course curriculum has been got designed. So I can just give you a complete schedule. Like this is going to be the schedule actually. Almost all the same course curriculum I'm going to be following actually, guys. The same course curriculum I'm going to be following actually. So this is going to be a full stack data science course, the complete details about them. So even my backend team is going to share you those particular details also. My backend team is going to share you those particular details also actually, guys. So these are going to be my complete like schedules, what I can say that actually. Core Python, as I told you, 2 weeks of time. NumPy is for 5 days. Pandas is for 12 days. And some visualization for some around 6 days. Almost all there only we can see some around 23 days, almost all 23 days, 24 days, which is 1 month of time. After that, machine learning will be there. Even R also will be there. 1 week of R. Deep learning, we can see some around some 22 days. We are having NLP for 7 days. All these are some additional topics actually, guys. So Plotly and Dash, it's not 7 days actually. I think we have been minimized actually. So Hadoop and Spark is going to be chatbots development, Azure ML, Power BI. All these are going to be completely, this is our sessions. Even we are going to be having something like day-to-day sessions actually, guys. So day-to-day schedule also will be have session number 1, Python introduction, what are going to be the subtopics, NumPy, pandas, visualization. So even everything actually, guys. In classroom, how many we are going to be doing them, lab assignments, POCs, how many we have to do. This is completely about machine learning application actually, guys. Completely like a machine learning applications actually. So as I already discussed, this is going to be the deep learning applications. So we are going to be working with images, We are going to be gets working with the facial expression recognitions, images for deep learning, actually implementing convolution neural networks. All these things we are going to be having. Little bit idea about TensorFlow, PyTorch. These are some of the things what we are going to be working with them. Even we are going to be working with audio files. NLP is also one of the core area actually, guys. Remaining are going to be just an optional parts. How to develop the chatbots by using Python, as well as chatbots by using, which is going to be by using Azure ML also. We'll have a look into that actually. Okay. So this is just an idea of what exactly we do it in the data science. Mainly nothing but analyze the past customers data, not all past customers, analyze the past data, get some insights based on the do some prediction actually, guys. That is what exactly that particular the machine learning is going to be gets done. So deep learning and all these are part of that. All these are interconnected only, but that are going to be taking some time to make you understand this particular application. Okay. So actually I was like, yeah. So coming to the actual training program actually, guys. So from tomorrow onwards, which is going to be on the 19th of September, we are going to be starting. We are going to be starting a new batch actually, guys, which is going to be around some 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. So every day 1.5 hour class will be there, guys. 8 p.m. to which is going to be 9:30 p.m. You will be having the session actually, guys. Okay. So we'll be having a demo sessions actually, guys. There will be some demo sessions will be there. So 3 to 4 classes, you will be having 3 to 4 sessions, will be having a demo sessions will be there, which you can attend at a free of cost. And all this in this particular, as you can, as I said that, if you attend this particular 3-4 classes of demo classes, you will get a complete understanding about the technical aspects, what we learn. So we are going to be getting a complete understanding about what exactly the data science is meant for. So my team is going to send you a new link. They will send you a new link for the demo session actually. So you can join that particular new link. So tomorrow at 8 p.m. to which is going to be 9:30 p.m. is the class session actually. So attend for around 3 to 4 days of demo sessions at a free of course. We need not to pay. After that, if you are satisfied with our learning, with our curriculum, and with our schedule, and if it is going to be matches with your schedule, so then you can pay the fees and you can join the course. Okay. It is going to be a little bit a long duration actually, guys, because there is a lot of new techniques are coming. We have to learn, we have to discuss them. So it is going to be a little bit long journey. So don't expect to be completed within 2 months of time. As I said that 1.5 months, we are going to learning about a prerequisites only. After that, we'll go to the machine learning. That will be around some another 1 month of time. You can expect. So how much time it is going to be there actually, guys. So I don't say that this much is going to be the time, but total schedule itself is around 125 sessions. 125 working sessions actually, guys. Just we can imagine. So how much time it is going to be takes it actually. Okay. So that's it from my side for the today's class, guys. So already we have been taken some around 50-60 minutes, almost all 60 minutes, 50 minutes I've taken. So let us end up the session for the workshop for the today's, guys. And if you have any questions, that means I just want to clarify your questions also. So just I want to take up some questions from your side. So if you want, you can unmute yourself and you can speak, guys, or there is a chat panel is there. So using the chat panel also, you can just send the questions actually, guys. Yes, anybody, if you have any questions, guys.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Yeah,
actually, my question is, sir, any morning classes are there, sir?
It will be there. Currently, morning batches are going to be the regular batches will be there. It's not like, so as of now, we are starting from 8 p.m. Maybe another 15-20 days, we are going to be coming up within a morning batch also.
You only taking or someone?
Yeah, I will be taking 7 o'clock. It will be at 7 o'clock in morning.
Okay, morning, right?
Yeah, morning, because it is about to complete. It may take another 15 days. Hardly it will be another 1 month of time. Hardly.
Okay, 15 to 1 month, right?
15 to 1 month, 20-25 days it will take it.
Okay, because I'm working professionally.
Okay.
So actually, second shift I'm going from 2 to 10. That's what I not maybe possible to attend.
Inform my team. Obviously, they will try to contact you. So if you inform that you're looking for a morning batch, whenever they will make a note of that. Whenever a new batch will start, they will obviously inform you.
Okay, sir. Thank you. That is my question.
Yeah, thank you. Yep. Anyone, guys? Any questions? If you want, you can unmute yourself, guys, or you can use a chat panel. If you have any questions, please feel to discuss with me.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Sir, freshers have a chance to get a job in data science.
Yes,
and compared to
absolutely.
Java.
No, actually, now the market is going to be very good. So almost all every you are having every technology is now. That's now I can't say that we have a requirement for Java. We have a requirements. Almost all we have a very good requirements. So basically, coming to the data science, because it is going to be something relevant to some data expertise and etc. Obviously, we'll find some less jobs compared with the Java, because Java projects are going to be very high. So due to that, you are going to finding a more opportunities. So talk about only the percentage, not the numbers actually. So maybe, for example, if there are 1,000 Java requirements are there, maybe, for example, if there is some around 20% for freshers actually. But coming to this particular data science also, yes, absolutely, we are having the requirements will be there. But only the thing is, compare with the Java, it is going to be a little bit. Compare with Java, some UI, etc. There will be a little bit less actually. But obviously, the companies are looking for the people, because we work for Optum. So I work for Optum. So there is a lot of fresher recruitment is there. So which is completely on data science and data analytics part only. There are recruiting actually. Absolutely, there are there. They are giving some training. We'll give them training for almost all 6 weeks of training. We'll give. After that, we are going to be putting them into the. After that, we are going to be putting into the projects actually. So it is nothing like we are having. So they are going to be like. They have been selected directly from the campus itself. They are directly from the campus, some campus selection, they have been got selected. So yes, we have some requirements are there. So off campus and on campus are also going to be there. And even 1 year, if you have a gap of 1 year or 2 years, if you have a gap also, we can just fill up the gap and we can just attend those particular interviews. But compare with the higher levels, that means more the higher experience, the lower level, this lower experience like freshers, or 1 or 2 years of experience, generally the requirements are going to be less actually, because our technology is going to be a little bit high-end technologies actually. But we can find it. Maybe out of 10% of jobs, we can find it off. If we get 100 postings of jobs, only 10% will be there actually. But people are looking for, because now as fresher recruitment has been got highly increased actually. So they're recruiting a lot of people, almost all from 2 years. We don't have those particular recruitment. So now the market is good. So almost all for every technology, we are having the opportunities out there. Fine.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Any more questions, guys?
Sir, actually, one more question from me.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, actually, I'm 10 plus years experience in other domain, like a mechanical.
Okay.
Now I'm going to for machine learning and AI.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
How I can expect? Is it the market is good for me to get a job?
It's absolutely. See, the thing is, mainly most of the people most of the people are thinking that what I can say is like this data science is going to be only for computer science people. No, it is not in computer science people. Actually, they are not for computer science. Anybody, for example, as you are saying that you are in the mechanical already, you're in the mechanical on the core side. So obviously, as of that means I don't know what is your work and etc. But obviously, you will be working as part of as your mechanical. I was an electrical engineer actually. Okay. So you wherever we have a data, our main source is going to be data. So wherever you have a data, for example, you have your machines data. Obviously, the machines utilization, the machines warranty, wear and tear of the parts actually. So wherever we have a data, so we can have this particular data science, because it is all about the data analytics. So only you have to do is you have a data. If you have a data with you, you can just say that you are a data scientist. It's not that you should be a CSC graduate, or you must be a mechanical graduate, or you must be civil. Anybody can use it. Even the BCom graduates are using, even the civil engineers are using, even doctors are also using this particular data. They don't develop it, but they knows that this is going to be some kind of an AI based system, ML based systems. That is going to be what is happening actually. So show some experience. That means we cannot say that as it is. At least if you have any opportunity to integrate some data in your company as of your current experience, if you have any data, so you can show that particular data analytics and data as your experience, you can say that. Otherwise, so show some around 8 years of experience on the core side and 2 years of experience on the machine learning application side.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Tushar. Yeah.
I want to ask a question. What emphasis will be given for the assignments and how project will be implemented?
Yeah, we'll be doing that because as of now, still we are in the workshop. As I'm said, no. So just please join for another 3 or 4 demo classes. You will be getting a more clarity about our how that particular schedule is going to be there.
Okay.
Okay. Fine. Right, guys. Any more questions, guys? Anyone?
So, what is the difference between AI engineer and data science engineer?
There is a little bit difference will be there. AI is going to be nothing but where we don't give the training actually. The machines will learn by themselves, their own rules and their own learnings only. So there are going to be something different. So you can understand that artificial intelligence. So how the humans can take a decision by their own. How do you take a decision basically from our past experience only? So actually your ML is also part of your AI. The hierarchical is AI is going to contain ML, ML is going to contain a DL actually. So you are learning ML, DL means it is a part of your AI only. As a part of your AI, we are going to be. So first of all, your machine has to be given some training. Based on that particular training, the machine is going to learn. So in simple to say that in machine learning, we are going to guide saying that you have done correct, you have done wrong, something like that. In AI, it is not like that. Itself is going to decide which one is going to be correct, which one is going to be wrong. For example, there is a robot is there, for example. So that robot has to travel from, let us say that from one location to another location. So automatically what it is going to do is it is having its past experience. So how to travel from here to here within a shortest time, or whether it is a shortest distance, it has to take it actually. So it is also already having that. So if we travel like this, it already knows that. So if I travel like this, so we are going to be rewarded. So we'll give some rewards saying that if you do it correctly, I'm going to give a reward to you, or I'm going to just apply some fine to you actually. So something like that, we are going to be trained that particular models. So based on that, the rules are going to be that simply we are going to call it as the reinforcement learning we are going to call it as. So reinforcement learning means itself is going to learn by itself, and itself is going to decide which one is correct and which one is going to be wrong. In machine learning and deep learning applications, we have to tell the machine, you done wrong, you done correctly. That is only it can do that. We have to rectify that. But in AI systems, it is not like that. It automatically identifies that this is wrong and automatically. So it's over the experience. Like for example, you can say some chess playing. So it's a completely an AI-based systems actually. So whenever I take a move, so in the past experience, it knows that if I take this move, so I'm going to lose. If I take this move, I'm going to win. So based on that, it is going to take the decisions actually. That is what we can say about that actually. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Chandrasekhar. So absolutely, I think already I have been answered for one of the participants. So yes, we have the chances are there. I don't say we don't have zero chances, but there are going to be less chances are going to be there. So at least if we have some there are some companies which are recruiting the people. So off-campus recruitment will be taking place. So they'll conduct some exam. So they will check for your analytical skills and all these things. Even in our company, we'll do the same thing. We'll go to the colleges, we'll conduct some exams. We don't say that what is your role. We don't say what are the roles at the time. So what we do is, we'll give some questions based on some data related questions actually. Who has been answered properly, that means who has been answered correctly on that particular, in that particular area. So we are going to be assigning the data science and the data analytic roles, we are going to be assigning them actually. So yes, we have some recruitment is there. We have some opportunities are also there. But compared with the other technologies, being it is an high end, we'll be finding a less experience, less opportunities we can find out. But if we can show some skills, because we are giving some training, the company has to recruit them, give the training. If they find out that the fresher who is having some experience and having some knowledge, so they can easily recruit those particular people, because the company need not to train. We have to give some training to the people. So the companies are also looking for that kind of a scenarios where the freshers who are having some knowledge on that. So we'll recruit them actually. So opportunities are there. You can go to Naukri portal and you can just check it out, like how many jobs we are having for zero experience or 0 to 1 year of experience. You can find out the job opportunities, right? Fine, guys. So hope all of you have been just understood what I am talking about them, guys. And yeah, fees for the class, my backend team will contact you for those particular details. because I was a consultant trainer for them. So if you have any questions, technical questions, you can ask me, and related to non-technical questions like fees and non-discounts, you can talk with my backend team. My backend team will obviously try to contact you guys. They will contact you. Okay, fine. Any more technical questions, guys, from your side? Right, guys. So thanks all of you guys for attending this particular workshop. And as I already informed you, so tomorrow we are having a free a demo class. We are going to be starting a regular class from the tomorrow's, guys, which is going to be around 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. So please do attend those particular session for a 3 to 4 days. You will be getting some understanding about more clarity about that particular data. And then you can decide whether to go up with this course or not, actually, guys. Okay. So thank you all of you once again, guys, and have a nice day. Thank you all of you guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.